Imagine waking up every day with a clear vision, unwavering focus, and the ability to follow through on every goal you set. What if I told you that the difference between success and failure is not talent, intelligence, or luck, but something far more powerful? Self-discipline is the hidden force behind every great success story. It's what separates high achievers from those who merely dream. It's the secret weapon of the world's most successful people, and the best part? It's a skill that anyone can develop. Today we'll uncover the power of self-discipline and how you can harness it to create the life you truly desire. Step 1. Success begins with self-discipline. Success is not an accident. It is the result of deliberate actions repeated consistently over time. At the core of every great achievement lies one defining trait: self-discipline. It is the ability to control impulses, resist temptations, and stay committed to long-term goals, even in the face of difficulties and distractions. Without self-discipline, even the most talented individuals will struggle to achieve lasting success, while those who cultivate discipline can rise above obstacles and create extraordinary results in any area of life. Self-discipline is what allows a person to push forward when motivation fades. Motivation is fleeting. It comes and goes based on emotions and external circumstances. One day you may feel inspired to work hard, but the next you may feel tired, unmotivated, or discouraged. If you rely solely on motivation, your progress will be inconsistent. This is why so many people start a goal with enthusiasm but quickly lose interest when challenges arise. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you going when motivation disappears. It is the ability to take action, regardless of how you feel in the moment. One of the most powerful aspects of self-discipline is that it puts you in control of your life. Many people live reactively, responding to their circumstances instead of shaping them. They let their emotions dictate their actions, procrastinate on important tasks. But disciplined individuals take charge of their decisions. They do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. They understand that short-term discomfort is often the price of long-term achievement. Take any area of life, business, health, relationships, or personal growth, and you will see that discipline is the common denominator among successful individuals. In business, disciplined entrepreneurs wake up early, plan their days, and take consistent action even when progress is slow. They resist the urge to give up at the first sign of failure. They follow through on their commitments, meet deadlines, and constantly improve their skills. This discipline compounds over time, leading to success. In contrast, those who lack discipline may have great ideas but fail to execute them consistently, leading to unfulfilled potential. In health and fitness, discipline separates those who achieve lasting results from those who struggle with inconsistency. It is easy to set a goal to eat healthy or exercise regularly, but it requires discipline to follow through, especially on days when you don't feel like it. Successful individuals develop the habit of making disciplined choices, choosing nutritious meals over junk food, going to the gym when they'd rather stay in bed, and staying committed to their fitness routines even when results are not immediate. Over time, these disciplined actions lead to a strong, healthy body, while those who lack discipline often find themselves stuck in a cycle of starting and stopping, never making real progress. Self-discipline also plays a crucial role in emotional and mental resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. Disciplined individuals do not allow setbacks to derail them. Instead, they remain focused, adapt to difficulties, and continue moving forward. They do not waste time complaining or making excuses. They take responsibility for their actions and make adjustments where necessary. This mindset allows them to turn obstacles into opportunities, learning and growing from every challenge they face. In a world full of distractions, self-discipline is more important than ever. Social media, entertainment, and countless other diversions make it easy to lose focus and waste valuable time. Disciplined individuals recognize this and set boundaries to protect their productivity. They establish routines, eliminate distractions, and prioritize tasks that align with their goals. They understand that success is not about working harder, but about working smarter. focusing their energy on what truly matters. Ultimately, self-discipline is a skill that can be developed through practice. It is not something you are born with. It is something you build over time. The more you train yourself to take disciplined action, the easier it becomes. Small, consistent efforts lead to significant results, and before you know it, discipline becomes a way of life. Step 2, the power of daily habits. The foundation of success is not built on one-time efforts or occasional bursts of motivation. It is constructed through the small, seemingly insignificant actions we take every single day. These actions, repeated over time, shape our future in ways we often fail to recognize in the moment. This is the power of daily habits, the silent force that determines whether we achieve greatness or fall short of our potential. Every habit, no matter how small, acts as a building block for the life we create. When we look at highly successful people, it may seem as though they have achieved their results through grand gestures or massive breakthroughs. But in reality, their success is the result of simple, disciplined actions practiced consistently over years. These individuals wake up early, plan their day, focus on high-value tasks, and execute their routines with precision. They do not rely on motivation. They rely on the systems they have built through their habits. One of the greatest advantages of daily habits is that they eliminate the need for constant decision-making. Decision fatigue is a real phenomenon. Every choice we make throughout the day drains our mental energy. This is why many people struggle to stay productive or maintain willpower over time. However, when we build strong habits, we reduce the number of decisions we have to make. Instead of debating whether or not to exercise, a disciplined person simply follows their routine. Instead of struggling to resist unhealthy food, a person with strong eating habits naturally chooses nutritious options. When positive behaviors become automatic, they no longer require willpower, making it easier to stay consistent. Daily habits also have a compounding effect. Just as financial investments grow over time through compound interest, small, consistent efforts lead to massive results in the long run. A person who reads for just 30 minutes a day will have consumed dozens of books in a year, gaining knowledge and wisdom that compound over time. Someone who writes a little each day will eventually produce a body of work far greater than they imagined. Even in health, doing just a few push-ups daily may not seem significant in the moment, but over months and years it contributes to a strong, healthy body. This compounding principle works both ways. Positive habits create upward momentum, while negative habits lead to decline. Many people underestimate the impact of their small daily actions because they do not see immediate results. This is why so many people quit before they experience success. They go to the gym for a week and see no visible change, so they stop. They start saving money, but when their bank account does not grow quickly, they revert to old spending habits. But real success is always delayed. The results of good habits are not instant, but they are inevitable. The key is persistence, sticking with the right habits long enough to experience the rewards. Equally important is the need to eliminate bad habits. Just as positive habits create success, negative habits can quietly destroy potential. A person who consistently procrastinates, eats unhealthy food, or spends excessive time on distractions may not feel the consequences immediately, but over time these habits accumulate and lead to stagnation, frustration, and regret. Bad habits are easy to form but hard to live with, while good habits are harder to form but make life easier in the long run. The ability to replace destructive habits with constructive ones is a defining characteristic of disciplined, high-achieving individuals. One of the most powerful strategies for building daily habits is to start small. Many people make the mistake of setting massive goals without considering the daily actions required to sustain them. They decide to completely change their diet, go from never exercising to working out daily, or suddenly attempt to wake up at 5 a.m. after years of sleeping in. While ambition is important, drastic changes often lead to burnout. The best way to build lasting habits is to start with small, manageable actions and gradually increase them over time. Instead of trying to read for an hour a day, start with 10 minutes. Instead of overhauling your entire diet, begin by swapping one unhealthy meal for a nutritious option. Small changes are easier to sustain, and once they become second nature, you can build on them. Another crucial factor in habit formation is consistency. It is not about how much effort you put in on a single day, but about showing up every day no matter what. Even on the busiest days, successful individuals find a way to stick to their habits. A writer may not have time to write a full chapter, but they will still write a few sentences. A fitness enthusiast may not be able to complete a full workout, but they will still do a few push-ups. This level of consistency is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who merely wish for them. Daily habits also create identity shifts. When you repeatedly take action in alignment with your goals, you begin to see yourself differently. A person who exercises daily starts to identify as someone who is fit and active. A person who consistently reads sees themselves as someone who values learning. These identity shifts reinforce habits, making them easier to sustain. Instead of forcing yourself to adopt new behaviors, you naturally begin to act in accordance with the person you believe yourself to be. Step 3, mastering your emotions. Emotions are one of the most powerful forces in human behavior. They influence our decisions, shape our interactions, and determine the way we respond to challenges. While emotions are natural and an essential part of life, they can also be unpredictable, overwhelming, and at times counterproductive. People who allow their emotions to dictate their actions often find themselves struggling with inconsistency, impulsive decisions, and regret. On the other hand, those who learn to master their emotions gain an incredible advantage. They become steady, focused, and able to make clear-headed decisions even in the most difficult situations. Mastering your emotions does not mean suppressing them or pretending they don't exist. It means understanding them, managing them, and ensuring that they work for you rather than against you. Many people live as slaves to their emotions, reacting impulsively to every feeling that arises. When they feel motivated, they take action. When they feel discouraged, they stop. When they feel anger, they lash out. When they feel fear, they retreat. Living this way creates a life of instability where success is dependent on how one feels at any given moment. One of the first steps to mastering emotions is developing self-awareness. Most people react to their emotions without taking the time to understand them. They feel stressed and immediately look for an escape, food, social media, distractions, without questioning the root cause of their stress. They feel angry and lash out without considering whether their anger is justified or whether their reaction is productive. Self-awareness means pausing to analyze emotions before reacting. It means asking, why do I feel this way? What is triggering this emotion? Is my response helping or hurting me? When you cultivate self-awareness, you gain control over your emotional responses instead of letting them control you. Another crucial element of emotional mastery is learning to act based on logic and principles rather than fleeting feelings. Emotions come and go. What feels right in one moment may feel completely different in another. If a person only works hard when they feel like it, their results will be inconsistent. If they only save money when they are in the mood to be responsible, they will never build financial security. Successful individuals understand that discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when emotions push them in the opposite direction. They develop the ability to separate feelings from actions. They may feel tired, but they go to the gym anyway. They may feel unmotivated, but they work on their goals anyway. They may feel afraid, but they take action anyway. A major part of mastering emotions is learning how to manage negative fear, frustration, self-doubt, and disappointment are all normal emotions. But how a person deals with them makes the difference between success and failure. Many people allow negative emotions to paralyze them. They hesitate to take risks because they fear failure. They give up on their goals because they feel discouraged. They let a single setback ruin their entire day. But those who have mastered their emotions recognize that negative feelings are not the enemy. They are signals that can be used for growth. Instead of letting fear stop them, they analyze it and use it as a guide to prepare better. Instead of letting frustration consume them, they channel it into determination. Instead of letting self-doubt hold them back, they use it as a reminder to improve their skills. Emotional resilience is another key aspect of mastery. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and unpredictable circumstances. No matter how disciplined or intelligent a person is, they will inevitably face difficulties. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is their ability to remain emotionally stable in the face of adversity. When things go wrong, many people react emotionally. They panic, complain, or give up. But those who have mastered their emotions remain calm, analyze the situation logically, and adapt. They do not allow temporary emotions to cloud their judgment. Instead, they focus on finding solutions and moving forward. One of the biggest emotional traps people fall into is allowing external circumstances to dictate their internal state. They let the actions of others control their mood. If someone criticizes them, they feel worthless. If someone treats them unfairly, they become consumed by anger. If things do not go as planned, they allow frustration to ruin their day. But emotional mastery means taking full responsibility for one's internal state. It means recognizing that no one else has the power to control your emotions unless you give it to them. You cannot control every situation, but you can always control how you respond. Developing emotional mastery also requires practicing delayed gratification. Many people make decisions based on immediate emotional gratification rather than long-term benefits. They choose comfort over growth, indulgence over discipline, and shortcuts over hard work. They procrastinate because working feels uncomfortable. They spend recklessly because saving feels restrictive. They react impulsively because self-control feels difficult. But those who master their emotions learn to delay short-term pleasure in exchange for long-term rewards. They understand that true success comes from consistently making decisions based on long-term goals rather than fleeting emotions. Another important skill in emotional mastery is the ability to reframe thoughts. The way people interpret situations directly affects their emotional responses. Two people can experience the same event, but react in completely different ways based on their mindset. A person who gets rejected from a job may either see it as proof that they are a failure or as an opportunity to improve and find something better. A person who faces criticism may either take it personally and feel defeated or use it as constructive feedback to grow. The ability to reframe situations in a positive and productive way allows individuals to remain emotionally stable and focused, regardless of what happens around them. One of the most overlooked aspects of emotional mastery is self-compassion. Many people are overly harsh on themselves, constantly criticizing their mistakes and dwelling on their failures. This leads to unnecessary emotional suffering and low self-esteem. Those who master their emotions understand the importance of treating themselves with the same kindness and understanding they would offer a friend. They acknowledge their mistakes, learn from them, and move forward without dwelling on negativity. They recognize that perfection is impossible, and instead of letting failures define them, they use them as stepping stones for growth. Mastering emotions is a continuous process. It requires self-awareness, self-discipline, and a commitment to growth. It is not about eliminating emotions, but about learning how to navigate them effectively. The better a person becomes at managing their emotions, the more control they have over their actions, decisions, and ultimately their success. Step 4, time management and productivity. Time is the most valuable resource we have. Unlike money, which can be earned and spent repeatedly, time is finite. Every person, no matter their background, wealth, or status, has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who achieve extraordinary success and those who struggle to make progress lies in how they manage their time. Time management is not just about working harder, it is about working smarter, making deliberate choices, and eliminating distractions so that every hour is used effectively. Productivity is the natural result of mastering time management, allowing individuals to accomplish more in less time and create a life of purpose and achievement. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with productivity is that they spend too much time on low-value activities. Many individuals feel busy but are not actually productive. They spend hours responding to emails, scrolling through social media, or attending unnecessary meetings, yet they make little progress toward their goals. Successful people, on the other hand, understand the importance of prioritization. They do not fill their schedules with tasks that keep them busy. They focus on the activities that generate the highest results. They follow the 80/20 rule, which states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. By identifying and focusing on the tasks that drive the most significant outcomes, they maximize efficiency and productivity. A crucial aspect of time management is planning. Without a plan, it is easy to get lost in distractions and unimportant tasks. Successful individuals begin each day with a clear sense of direction. They set priorities and create structured schedules to ensure that their most important tasks are completed first. They understand that failing to plan is the same as planning to fail. Instead of reacting to their day, they proactively design it. Another essential strategy for productivity is time blocking. This method involves scheduling specific time slots for important tasks, eliminating multitasking, and focusing on one activity at a time. Research has shown that multitasking reduces efficiency and increases errors because the brain is not designed to focus on multiple complex tasks simultaneously. High achievers dedicate uninterrupted blocks of time to their most critical work, removing all distractions and giving their full attention to the task at hand. By doing this, they accomplish more in a few hours than others do in an entire day. Eliminating distractions is another fundamental principle of effective time management. In today's digital age, distractions are everywhere. Social media, emails, phone notifications, and unnecessary meetings constantly pull people away from their priorities. Those who master time management recognize the importance of controlling their environment. They turn off notifications, set boundaries, and create focused workspaces to minimize interruptions. They understand that every distraction, no matter how small, disrupts their flow and reduces productivity. One of the most powerful techniques for improving time management is the eat the frog method, a concept popularized by successful individuals. This technique involves tackling the most difficult or important task first thing in the morning. Many people procrastinate on challenging tasks, pushing them to the end of the day or avoiding them altogether. However, successful individuals understand that delaying difficult tasks only increases stress and reduces efficiency. By handling the toughest task first, they set a productive tone for the rest of the day and free themselves from the burden of procrastination. Another critical element of productivity is the ability to say no. Many people struggle with time management because they overcommit and say yes to everything, spreading themselves too thin. They attend every meeting, agree to every request, and take on too many responsibilities, leaving little time for their own priorities. High achievers, however, understand that every yes to an unimportant task is a no to a valuable one. They protect their time by learning to decline commitments that do not align with their goals, allowing them to focus on what truly matters. Energy management is also a key factor in productivity. Time alone is not enough. Energy levels determine how effectively time is used. Many people push themselves to work long hours without breaks, believing that working harder leads to better results. However, research shows that the human brain functions best with periods of intense focus followed by short breaks. High performers use techniques like the Pomodoro method, where they work in focused bursts, such as 50 minutes of deep work, followed by short breaks, such as 10 minutes of relaxation. This approach keeps their energy levels high and prevents burnout, allowing them to maintain peak productivity throughout the day. Another crucial principle of time management is delegation. Many people believe they must do everything themselves, which leads to exhaustion and inefficiency. Successful individuals recognize that their time is best spent on high-value tasks, so they delegate repetitive or low-priority work to others whenever possible. Whether in business, leadership, or personal life, delegation allows them to free up time for strategic thinking and creative problem solving. A structured morning routine is another secret weapon of highly productive individuals. The way a person starts their day sets the tone for the rest of it. Instead of waking up and immediately checking emails or scrolling through social media, successful people use their mornings intentionally. They engage in activities like exercise, meditation, journaling, or reading to prime their minds for a focused and productive day. A strong morning routine creates momentum, making it easier to stay disciplined and accomplish more throughout the day. One of the biggest obstacles to productivity is perfectionism. Many people waste time trying to make everything perfect, overanalyzing details and delaying progress. However, perfectionism often leads to procrastination and inefficiency. High achievers understand that perfection is an illusion, and they prioritize progress over perfection. They take action, make improvements along the way, and refine their work as they go. This mindset allows them to move forward consistently rather than getting stuck in endless revisions. Tracking and reviewing progress is also essential for mastering time management. Many people go through their days without assessing how they are spending their time. Successful individuals regularly evaluate their productivity, analyzing what worked, what didn't, and where improvements can be made. They use tools like time audits, where they track their activities throughout the day to identify time-wasting habits. By constantly refining their approach, they become more efficient and effective with their time. Mastering time management and productivity requires discipline, focus, and the willingness to prioritize what truly matters. It is not about being busy, it is about being intentional with every moment. When time is managed effectively, success becomes inevitable. Step 5, overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is one of the greatest barriers to success. It is the silent thief of time, robbing people of opportunities, progress, and potential. Many individuals have big dreams and ambitious goals, yet they struggle to take action because they continuously delay what needs to be done. They wait for the right time for motivation to strike or for circumstances to be perfect, only to realize that days, months, or even years have passed without progress. The ability to overcome procrastination is not just a matter of willpower, it requires self-discipline, a shift in mindset, and the development of habits that promote consistent action. One of the main reasons people procrastinate is the tendency to prioritize short-term comfort over long-term success. When faced with a challenging task, the brain naturally seeks an easier alternative. Instead of tackling an important project, a person may decide to scroll through social media, watch TV, or engage in meaningless activities that provide instant gratification. However, this short-term relief comes at a cost: anxiety, stress, and regret when deadlines approach and important work remains unfinished. Understanding that procrastination is a form of self-sabotage is the first step toward eliminating it. A common misconception about procrastination is that it is purely a time management issue. While poor time management can contribute to procrastination, the root cause often lies in deeper psychological factors such as fear, perfectionism, and self-doubt. Many people delay tasks because they fear failure. They worry that their work will not be good enough, so they avoid starting altogether. Others struggle with perfectionism, wanting every detail to be flawless before they begin, which leads to endless delays. Some people lack confidence in their abilities and put off tasks because they do not believe they can succeed. Recognizing these underlying fears is crucial in breaking free from procrastination. One powerful strategy for overcoming procrastination is the 5-minute rule. This technique involves committing to working on a task for just 5 minutes. Often, the hardest part of any task is simply getting started. Once a person begins, they build momentum and find it much easier to continue. By telling themselves they only need to work for 5 minutes, they remove the psychological barrier that makes a task feel overwhelming. In most cases, they end up working far longer than planned because starting is the biggest challenge. Another effective method is breaking large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Many people procrastinate because they see a task as too big or too difficult. When faced with writing a book, launching a business, or completing a major project, the sheer size of the task can feel intimidating. However, by breaking it down into smaller steps, it becomes much easier to handle. Instead of thinking about writing an entire book, focus on writing one page. Instead of launching a business, focus on researching one aspect of it. By shifting focus to small, achievable actions, the task no longer feels overwhelming. Eliminating distractions is also essential in overcoming procrastination. Many people struggle to focus because their environment is filled with temptations that pull them away from their work. Smartphones, social media, TV, and endless notifications make it easy to delay important tasks. Those who are serious about beating procrastination take control of their environment. They turn off notifications, put their phones in another room, and create a workspace free of distractions. By removing the temptation to procrastinate, they make it easier to stay focused and productive. Another major factor in procrastination is a lack of clear goals and deadlines. When tasks have no specific deadlines, it is easy to keep pushing them to later. Highly productive individuals set clear, specific deadlines for everything they need to accomplish. They do not just say, "I will finish this project soon." They set a concrete deadline, such as, "I will complete this project by Friday at 5 p.m. By creating urgency, they force themselves to take action rather than. A key mindset shift for overcoming procrastination is adopting a done is better than perfect attitude. Perfectionism is one of the most common causes of procrastination. Many people delay tasks because they want everything to be flawless before they start. However, waiting for perfection often leads to nothing getting done at all. Successful individuals understand that progress is more important than perfection. They focus on taking action, knowing that they can refine and improve their work later. This mindset allows them to move forward rather than getting stuck in an endless cycle of delays. Accountability is another powerful tool for overcoming procrastination. When people hold themselves accountable or involve others in their goals, they are far more likely to follow through. This is why setting public deadlines, working with a mentor, or having an accountability partner can be highly effective. When there is someone else checking on progress, it creates an added level of commitment and reduces the temptation to procrastinate. Another useful approach is associating procrastination with pain and action with pleasure. Many people procrastinate because they associate work with discomfort and distractions with pleasure. However, by reversing this mindset, they can make productivity more appealing. One way to do this is by rewarding oneself after completing a difficult task. For example, allowing a break after an hour of deep work, or treating oneself to something enjoyable after finishing a project. This creates positive reinforcement and makes work feel more rewarding. Self-discipline plays a critical role in breaking the cycle of procrastination. Many people rely on motivation to take action, but motivation is unreliable. It fluctuates based on mood, energy levels, and external circumstances. Discipline, on the other hand, is about doing what needs to be done regardless of how one feels. Those who overcome procrastination train themselves to take action even when they don't feel like it. They develop the habit of following through on their commitments, which strengthens their ability to resist the urge to procrastinate. Mindfulness and self-awareness also help in identifying procrastination patterns. Many people procrastinate without even realizing it. They tell themselves they are preparing or researching when in reality they are avoiding action. Becoming aware of these avoidance behaviors allows individuals to catch themselves in the act and redirect their focus. Keeping a procrastination journal, where one tracks when and why they delay tasks, can provide valuable insights and help in developing better habits. Procrastination is not just a bad habit, it is a mindset that can be changed with the right strategies and self-discipline. It requires a commitment to taking action, eliminating distractions, and shifting one's perception of work. Those who learn to overcome procrastination unlock their full potential and create a life of consistent progress and achievement. Step 6, resilience and the growth mindset. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and keep pushing forward despite difficulties. It is the foundation of long-term success, separating those who give up at the first sign of hardship from those who persevere until they achieve their goals. Every successful person has faced obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt. However, what sets them apart is not their lack of adversity, but their ability to rise above it. Resilience is not something people are born with. It is a skill that can be developed through mindset, habits, and determination. One of the greatest enemies of success is the belief that failure is a permanent state. Many people experience a setback and interpret it as a reflection of their abilities, thinking, I'm just not good enough, or maybe success isn't meant for me. This mindset creates a cycle of self-doubt and discouragement, preventing progress. However, resilient individuals understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey to success. Every mistake, rejection, or obstacle carries a lesson, and those who learn from them become stronger and more capable. Instead of fearing failure, they embrace it as a teacher, knowing that each setback brings them closer to their ultimate goal. A crucial aspect of resilience is emotional control. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks can trigger frustration, disappointment, and self-doubt. Those who lack resilience allow their emotions to dictate their actions, leading them to quit when things get tough. However, resilient individuals train themselves to manage their emotions. They acknowledge their feelings but do not let them take control. They practice self-reflection, asking, what can I learn from this, instead of, why is this happening to me? This shift in perspective allows them to stay focused, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward rather than dwelling on negativity. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate resilience is through a strong sense of purpose. When people have a deep reason for why they want to achieve something, they become more resilient in the face of adversity. Those who are driven by external validation or short-term rewards often give up when things become difficult. However, those who have a compelling internal purpose, whether it's providing a better life for their family, making a meaningful impact, or achieving personal growth, are far more likely to push through obstacles. Purpose fuels persistence, making setbacks feel like temporary roadblocks rather than permanent barriers. The ability to adapt is another crucial component of resilience. Many people resist change, clinging to old habits and approaches even when they are no longer effective. However, the most resilient individuals recognize that flexibility is essential for success. They view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to avoid. When faced with failure, they do not see it as a dead end, but as a signal that they need to adjust their strategy. They remain open to new ideas, seek feedback, and continuously refine their approach. This willingness to evolve makes them unstoppable, allowing them to navigate uncertainty with confidence. Resilient individuals also develop mental toughness, the ability to stay strong and focused even in the face of extreme difficulty. Mental toughness is built through exposure to discomfort and adversity. Just as muscles grow stronger through resistance, the mind becomes more resilient through challenges. Those who intentionally put themselves in difficult situations, whether through disciplined training, taking on new challenges, or stepping outside their comfort zones, develop a higher tolerance for stress and hardship. Over time, they build the confidence that no matter what happens, they have the strength to overcome it. At the core of resilience is the growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This concept, introduced by psychologist Carol Dweck, explains why some people thrive in the face of challenges while others give up. Those with a fixed mindset believe that their talents, intelligence, and abilities are set in stone. When they fail, they see it as proof that they are not capable, leading them to avoid challenges and give up easily. On the other hand, those with a growth mindset understand that effort leads to improvement. They see failure as a stepping stone, challenges as opportunities, and setbacks as part of the learning process. This mindset makes them resilient because they do not fear failure. They embrace it as part of growth. One of the most common reasons people lack resilience is self-limiting beliefs. Many individuals hold unconscious beliefs that keep them stuck, such as, I'm not smart enough, I don't have what it takes, or success is for other people. These beliefs create mental barriers that make failure seem permanent and success feel unattainable. However, resilient individuals challenge these beliefs. They replace self-doubt with empowering thoughts, such as, I may not know how to do this yet, but I can learn, or every challenge I face makes me stronger. By reprogramming their minds for growth, they build the confidence to keep pushing forward even when the path is uncertain. Another key aspect of resilience is taking personal responsibility. Many people fall into the trap of blaming external circumstances for their lack of progress. They blame their upbringing, the economy, their boss, or luck for their failures. While external factors can play a role in challenges, resilient individuals take full ownership of their actions. They do not waste energy complaining about what they cannot control. Instead, they focus on what they can do to improve their situation. This mindset empowers them to take action rather than waiting for conditions to be perfect. One of the best ways to develop resilience is through self-discipline. Success requires consistency, and those who lack discipline often give up when things become difficult. However, resilient individuals train themselves to keep going even when motivation fades. They develop daily habits that strengthen their willpower, such as setting goals, maintaining routines, and pushing through discomfort. They understand that resilience is not about feeling motivated all the time. It is about showing up and doing the work no matter what. Another critical element of resilience is surrounding oneself with the right influences. The people individuals spend time with shape their mindset and resilience. Those who associate with negative, pessimistic individuals often adopt the same outlook, making it harder to push through difficulties. However, those who surround themselves with positive, growth-oriented people gain inspiration and support. They seek mentors, role models, and communities that encourage them to keep going. This environment strengthens their ability to stay resilient even in the toughest times. Resilience and the growth mindset are not just about enduring hardship, they are about using challenges as fuel for growth. Those who develop these qualities become unstoppable, able to adapt, learn, and thrive in any situation. Success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone willing to develop the discipline, habits, mindset, and resilience required to achieve it. The journey to success is not always easy. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But those who commit to mastering self-discipline, taking control of their time, overcoming procrastination, and developing a growth mindset will find themselves moving forward no matter the obstacles in their way. Every great achiever, every successful entrepreneur, every high performer has faced the same struggles: temptation, distraction, failure, and fear. But what set them apart was their decision to keep going, to push through discomfort, and to stay committed to their goals. Self-discipline is the foundation of all success, and those who cultivate it gain the power to shape their own destiny. The path to greatness begins with small, consistent actions, mastering emotions, building productive habits, and making the most of every moment create unstoppable momentum. Success is not about luck or talent. It is about the willingness to show up, do the work, and refuse to quit. No matter where you are today, you have the ability to transform your future. It starts with a decision to take control of your actions, thoughts, and habits. The key to success is in your hands. The only question is, are you ready to unlock your full potential?